So this is my pickups video number 3. I'm going to be including the prices that I paid for these items and what price charting currently has them listed for. Now, as of filming this, it is November 28th of 2021, so take that with a grain of salt if you are watching this at a later date. So hopefully this pickup video isn't too long. I kind of went nuts recently with all my buying. Let's get the obvious one out of the way, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I did a video on it, so obviously I picked this up recently. However, this game led me to find the one thing I was looking for. So I went into GameStop, minding my own business, trying to get my Pokemon game, and right behind the counter was Metroid Dread Special Edition. Now, this is important because A, I haven't seen them anywhere, and B, scalpers are ruining game collecting, and I did not want to pay scalper prices, and I actually was kind of concerned for a while that if I did want one, I was going to have to do that. But people, be patient, be diligent, check your stores. So I just wanted to quickly mention this box right here, this acrylic box. I actually bought this like hard case acrylic for my Pokemon Soul Silver game. Not so much a video game pickup, but I was pretty happy with it only because this game is jumping up in price and I wanted to protect it. And so I actually just got this off of eBay, I think for, I don't know, like $25, which was a bit much for me, but I'm glad to have it. I think it makes it look pretty sleek. Sometimes buying stuff off of Facebook Marketplace totally sucks. And this time it didn't. I met a fellow gamer, his name was Juan, and he was a fellow collector selling some PlayStation 2 games, and they were some heavy hitters. And it was a great deal. I ended up getting the Dot Hack Volume 1, 2, and 3. Maximo, the first and second one, I believe. Army of Zin and Ghost to Glory. And then Persona 3 and 4. And I paid a whopping $50, which kinda was a steal. And looking at the price charting prices, I was kind of shocked that I got such a great deal. I'm not a reseller. I mean, sometimes if I have extras in my collection, I'll go ahead and sell them just to make some of my money back, which I guess, I don't do reselling full time. But I was really shocked that I got these games for so cheap, and the Maximo games in particular, I've been kicking myself for years. A long time ago, I found them in a thrift store. They were wanting like 20 bucks a piece, and I passed on them. And ever since then, I've been kicking myself because I never see them out in the wild. And so now that I have them in my collection, and not only did I spend less, but now I can finally let go of that kind of resentment I had towards myself. So something I forgot to mention when I was talking about the Dot Hack games that I bought is this first one actually has kind of like a bonus disc in it. It's a CyberConnect terminal disc. I wasn't able to find a lot of information about it, and I only found one eBay posting for it. I'm not looking to sell it. It almost looks like it's a movie. But I thought that was really interesting that was in there. I think this is something you got for pre-ordering the game, but I'm not 100% sure. But End of the World, Confidential. If any of you know anything about this, please tell me in the comments down below what this is, because I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if many of you know, but RetroWolf88 is actually selling some of his personal collection on his Instagram page, and it's kind of hit and miss in terms of what systems he's selling for. I did buy a couple things from him. South Park Stick of Truth, because I only own it digitally, and so I wanted to have a physical copy.
Oh yeah, Mongolian beef. So tasty, right? Wow. It's not tasty at all. It's gross. Don't eat it. You eat a Mongolian beef, you shit your pants for 5 days.
Fur Fighters. I only bought this because it looked like it was a funny game to play. I've never seen it before. Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. This was something I had as a child, and I just wanted to add it back into my collection. And the big hitter. Thanks a lot, Scott. You said it was worth spending this money.
$150.
This is Canadian dollars. Knowing what I know now, I still think it's worth $150.
Skies of Arcadia. This game is insanely good condition. RetroWolf, you took care of this, and I'm so appreciative this is in my collection. So, I mean, I got this game, I paid $150, which you know, on eBay, I might have been able to pay like $5 less, but I knew that this was in great condition. It came with everything, and honestly, I like buying from fellow collectors because I always appreciate when I know that my games are going to a good home if I get rid of them, which is very far and few between. So thank you so much for selling this to me, and hopefully that money went to something awesome. So I'm not a big Sega collector, and these videos are basically making me sound like a big fat liar because I found another box console for Sega. I found the Genesis 3, which was very surprising. I don't really see these in the wild very much, and the fact that there was a boxed one for $60, you know, an hour from where I was very unusual, and so I had to pick it up. Unfortunately, my experience buying this thing was kind of sucky. You know, the guy didn't, I mean, at first he was communicating a lot really well, and then I get there, or at least I was on my way, and there was a bridge that was blocked, so I was like, hey, I might be a little bit late. I'm not exactly sure how to get to you, because where he had lived was like out in the country. And so as I was driving to get to my location, I text him and radio silence for like half an hour. This guy was not responding to me. And, you know, I was like, dude, I didn't drive an hour just to like not meet with you. And then when he finally responds, I was just about to leave. He was like, oh, well, since you were at that roadblock, I wasn't sure if you were coming. And I was like, I sent you a picture of the roadblock. I was obviously on my way. Like, the guy had left to another town to go meet with somebody else. Not my best experience. I'm glad that ultimately I was able to buy it, but just be careful when you guys go buy stuff. You know, people kind of suck sometimes. So the Sega Genesis I bought did come with 4 games. Lion King, Risk, which I think this is going to be very interesting to try to play on a console versus the board game. The Jungle Book, which I think today I just saw that Nintendo once again released a Disney like bundle where it's like the Lion King, Aladdin, and the Jungle Book, which to me is kind of weird because they already released the Aladdin and the Lion King game, but that's besides the point. And then an arcades classic. I mean, you can't have enough of these in your collection. You got to be able to play those old school Atari games some other way. I mean, I have a couple of Ataris, so I guess I'm just kind of adding to the horde. So I'm really disappointed I wasn't able to find the original Instagram post, but somebody had posted that the Biomutant Special Edition box went on sale on Amazon from $120 to $45. One of my friends was playing this game, and he was really talking about it a lot and how fun it was, and so I figured, you know, for 45 bucks for a huge figure in a game, I think there's even like a poster inside of it, why not? So I ended up buying another special edition game, and this figure looks super badass. I'm actually very happy I got it. Hopefully it's a fun game, otherwise, you know, I just got a cool figure. And last but not least, the finale. I completed my Funtastic Color series. There's 6 in the like main collection outside of the insane variants that I'm probably not gonna hunt for, but he had the grape purple and charcoal black Nintendo 64s with the matching controllers. And so I ended up driving, again, an hour away from where I live to meet this guy. Communication kind of sucked, so we ended up going to a breakfast place to have some waffles and some tea. I ended up having like a panini. So it was kind of a fun little mini date with my husband before the guy finally, you know, answered me. He was probably sleeping. He shows up, and this is important, guys. This is why you check your stuff. This is why you take screenshots of what you're buying. The purple one had an expansion pack in it in the pictures. However, when he showed up, it didn't have it. And so we ended up having to follow this guy back to his house, which I don't typically recommend, but I did have my husband with me, and he had his young kid with him, so I thought it was okay. And we went, and he found it, and I got it. And so if you're gonna commit to buying stuff like this, just make sure you know what you're buying, what you're expecting, and that it's all there before you hand over the money. I ended up paying $325 for this whole set, which I felt like was a deal. Unfortunately for me, You know, it hurt because back when I bought my other Fantastic colors, I probably only spent like $50 or $60 per console. So I'm just excited to finally complete my Fantastic color series, and I can't wait to display them all.